Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to apply for your Canada permanent residence under Atlantic Immigration Program. Before I proceed further, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe right now. And also I would like to clarify, neither I am an immigration consultant nor I am a government body. So if you take anything out of this video, do it at your own risk. Alright guys, so let's proceed. So guys, in this video, I'm going to put a lot of sample information which may or may not work with you. So you need to enter the actual information as per your case. And like there is an eligibility set of criteria. There are conditions that you have to meet. So I'm not going to go into that. Instead, I'm going to go for the processing part. So let's say there's an Indian citizen, John Smith, who lives in India, and he has been and he is applying under this program. Okay, because he has met the criteria and secured a job. Okay, so I click on create new application. So the very first thing you need to do is to log in into the PR portal. You need to create an account and log in and click on create new application. Okay, so I select permanent residence, program economic, category. I select Atlantic Immigration Program, put a name. I just put IA immigration. Continue. Language of correspondence, English. Now we are filling it for John Smith. So I'm putting the details you need to do as per your case. Date of birth, I'm putting, this is just sample guys, you got to do as per your case. Address, I'm putting sample address, but you do actual address, okay? Residential at same as yes. Spouse, partner, dependent. So let's say John is not married, so he doesn't have spouse, partner, or dependent profile. I mean, this doesn't apply on him. But if you have, definitely add them. Okay, so that they can all of you can apply together. Okay, now the checklist has been populated. Eligibility criteria for this program, you can definitely check application guide, document checklist. All right, so it has been populated over here and we'll go through it and we'll fill them one after one. So I have generic form, additional family information, 5569, 5562. Now these are the digital forms. Okay. Now we have PDF forms here, additional application form. So we don't need to do this additional search now. Once we go through the checklist, we'll get the information. Now checklist, now first naming convention should be your last name, first name and document type and number. For example, it's John Smith, so Smith John like this. Okay. Travel document, proof of language, police certificate, photo, birth certificate, confirmation of provincial endorsement, proof of education, additional supporting documents like this we'll find out when we go through the checklist. All right, guys, so let's proceed. So we'll start with IMM 008 generic form for Canada. This is mandatory for all program. Click on edit. Click on continue. Okay, interview. So interview doesn't mean you'll be called for an interview. Okay, but in case called, what language would you like to uh, deal it with? I select English. Interpreter, I select no. Where do you plan to live in Canada? Let's say okay, so it should be it is Atlantic immigration. So basically, he'll be going into one of the Atlantic provinces in Canada. So we are gonna select accordingly because this form is being filled specifically to that. Okay, so let me pick up something. So like we have New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Labrador, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward. So I select Nova Scotia. Okay. Now city town where so many, right? If I select Prince Edward, oh, wow. I'll select Nova Scotia. Okay. Select Arcadia. Okay. Just sample. Personal details. Some of the details will already be there. Has John ever used any nickname before? I select no. UCI, unique client identifier. So basically every client that deals with IRCC gets this number, and this is gonna stay the same regardless of the applications you apply. Even if you have applied something 2 years ago, still it's gonna remain the same. And you're gonna find it in all the communication you have received from IRCC. But if this is the first time you are applying to IRCC, definitely you don't have, so you can leave it if that's the case. Physical, so eye color, black. Height, I put just 175 centimeters. See the unit, don't do any mistake. Date of birth is picked up, place of birth. You need to do as per your case, as I always say. Country of birth, citizenship, I select India. Current country of residence, I select India. Status, previous country residence during the past 5 years have lived in any country, other country than your citizenship. Tree of residence, India. I select no. Matter relationship status, let's say he is single, not married. It is asking, have you previously married or in a common relationship? I select no. Have I missed? Oh yeah, status. He is a citizen in India. That's why this button was not getting enabled. Contact each one. Some of the information picked up. Primary phone number. I select other because he's from India. Country code is 91. Number, the sample. Fax number. Do you want us to contact using the email address used for this account? I select yes. If you select no, they will ask you to put. Do you have a valid passport travel? I select yes. Passport travel document. Country of issue. Dates. Sample guys. National ID document. So this depends on your nationality too in your country. So let me tell you, like when I had filled this form in 2012, of course for a different program, different purpose. For this question, I had entered yes, and that time it used to be PDF form. Still, it's PDF in other applications, other kinds of application. And I had provided my PAN card details from India. Those who are from India can understand what I am saying. And I had explained this in my letter of explanation, and it was very easily accepted. Absolutely no issue at all. So now it's up to means you and your nationality what you want to do. For the purpose of this video, I'm selecting no. But if you have, definitely do yes and provide the details. Why wouldn't you hide it? Okay. Highest level of education. So let's say John has like graduation, bachelor's degree, number of years. So let's say he has studied 10 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, occupation information. So let's say he wants to be current occupation. Let's say it's a plumber, and intended occupation is again gonna be plumber. Just sample, guys. But yes, for occupation there are criteria. Let me show the page. Uh, I have opened this program. Okay, who can apply? So if you see qualifying work experience, so national qualification, training, education, experience, responsibility categories, restaurant manager, such a degree from university, dentist, technical jobs and skill trade requiring 2 years of college or profession. Supervise safety responsibilities such as police officer and firefighters, technical jobs, therefore. So definitely it should come over here. It should match. Like, I don't know if plumber falls there or not, but just for the purpose of this video, I selected that it falls, it meets the criteria. So but you can all, but when you apply, you have to go through this NOC and national occupation qualification and make sure that it matches. Okay. Native language. He is from India, so I select Hindi. Are you able to communicate English or French? I select English. Have you taken a test? I select no. But wait, go back. There is some language criteria too. Okay. If you come here, uh, if let me go here, eligibility criteria will go. Who can apply? Purpose language requirements. So you need to have minimum language required. Okay, CLB, Canadian Language Benchmark. So I'm gonna select uh yes for this. Okay, yeah, dependents. Okay, fine. So that's why we have to be careful. Anyway, I'm making sample, but you need to enter as per your case. So this form is ready. Now we are gonna go for additional family information. Edit. No, what happened? I have to click on edit. Okay, but before I go there, let me take you there. Now, one thing is you have to make it clear that all names in English and in your native language. Now, some of you may have this question, how will write any name in native language? I'll show you that also. So come here and click on edit. Applicant, country of territory of birth, marital status, I select single. Oh, I'm sorry. Email, John's email address. Yes, I'm doing sample, but you do properly. Provide address, John's address. Provide proper address. This is just sample. Relationship, spouse, common law partner, or conjugal partner. Okay. So this is definitely does not apply to him. So we can just say not applicable. Relationship, mother. Mother. So John's mother name, let's say, is Nancy Smith. Nancy Smith. Date of birth, let's say 1975, 1010 or 05. Country, India. Marital status, let's say she's married. Email, provide address. Relationship, father. Let's say his father name is Peter Smith. Okay. Date of birth, 1973, 1010. Sample. Country, territory of birth, India. Marital status, married, email, something, something. Address. Now, before we save and continue, if you remember, I had shown you that in the previous screen that you need to write names in English and in your native language. Now, this field is disabled, so you cannot do anything for John. But what about his father and mother? I tell you how you can do. What you can do? Go to Google and whatever is your native language. So, for example, in Hindi, what I'm gonna do? English to Hindi. Okay. So for his mother, I'll write Nancy Smith. It's written here. I can copy. I can go to this one back. I'll go to this back. I'll put space, name. For especially for again for father, I can do Peter. Peter Smith. This also we can do here. All right, save and continue. Now children, if a section does not apply, write not applicable. So I'm gonna say not applicable, but if applies, again put the name and you know what you're gonna do. And if you have multiple children, so you can add children by clicking on add another. 7 continuous. Sibling. I assume he does not have a sibling and they want to know half and step sibling too. So be careful with that. So I assume he doesn't have any sibling, but if you have definitely provide that information. And if the space is not enough, click on add other and go. Okay, so this form is also done. Now we are going for 5669. But again, always check it before you click on complete and go over there. And you can always edit also. 5669, schedule a background declaration. This is mandatory. Okay, fine. We'll go through that. So here also we see the same criteria, English and in your native language. Edit. Okay. Yourself the principal. Okay. Your full name written in your native language or script. Yes. I was waiting for it because in 5406 we did not get that opportunity. John Smith. Birth detail of your father. Okay. So now I'll put Smith. I think it was Peter, right? The name that we gave. I'm sorry. I should do it nicely. Date of birth, date of death, if deceased, town, city of birth. Now, what do you do like this? Again, you need to translate and put it over here because in the previous screen I have shown. Okay. Enter all names in English and native language. Okay. So I have shown you how you can do this. And so you can provide that here. Okay. And even mother and other details will come there also. You need to do. Because I'm like sample. So I'm just moving ahead with English name, but you do full. Nancy Smith in 75 London, town city of birth, New Delhi, India. 7 continent. Questionnaire. Now this is about the criminality. So understand this very carefully, read everything and then only answer because it's a sample. So I'm just putting no, but it's all about your association with certain kind of organization, denied entry, refusal, if you have taken some acts, that is what they are asking. So if you have been part of some organization, disease or physical or mental disorder, if you answer yes, provide that information, but yes, be honest. Education, number of years of school you successfully completed for the following. So let's say he followed 10 plus 2 plus 3, so 15 years altogether. So 5 years of primary, 7 for high, and then 3 for uh, college. Your full details of secondary and post-secondary education. Okay, including okay, you had. So you need to provide that information, and you need to click on add another to provide because they have asked for secondary and post-secondary. So they are not looking for elementary information, secondary and post-secondary. It's very simple, like from and to. Then you have like year and month. You don't need to remember the exact date, just institution and issue. This is a sample video, that's why I'm just skipping it. Personal history. Provide the details of persons who past 10 years or since your 18th birthday, whichever is recent. So in John's case, he was born in 2000. So 18th birthday means 2018. So 2018 onwards, because that's more recent, right? Under activity, what you were doing. Okay. If you write your occupation or job title, if you were working, if you're not working, provide information what you were doing. Okay. Write your occupation or job if you're working. Okay. If you're not working, provide information what you were doing. Okay, studying, traveling, whatever. Provide that information. It's very simple because a sample video I don't have to do this, but you do it as per your case. And if you need to add more interest, always click on add another and do. Membership association. So some organization that have been members will include any political, social, youth or student organization, trade union or professional associations. So if you have been part of any such organization, provide that information. If not, just put none here. Now this is put write none in the first input field, but I cannot write none here because these are date fields. So that's why I had written it here. Government positions. Have you worked as civil servant, judge, police officer, employee in security organization before after you come? Okay. I select none. I mean I enter none because you I assume he has not worked. Multiple again click on add and undo. Military paramilitary services. Again I select none. I assume this guy has not worked any. Address. So from this address, I'm just putting because this address you had provided. So just doing this. More address you can always do. Once you are ready, click on this. Okay. Now IMM 5562. This is not mandatory, but why to hide it? Click on edit. So that means if you have traveled out of your country, or where you are citizen or currently residing, you need to provide that information. And if a section does not apply, click on not applicable. And again, here again names they have asked. Arabic like in your native language too. Principal applicant name. So I put Smith, John. And I can always copy it from here. So list all trips you have taken outside your country of origin or residence. That's what I was talking in last 10 years or since your 18th birthday. If this was less than 10 years ago. So again, like in his case, like born in 2000, so it's 2018. So let's say no, John hasn't traveled. So I did this. Okay. Spouse. Okay. If a section does not apply, put did not travel. Not applicable. So I can do this and I can just put not applicable to just to make it sure. You can even copy and paste. Same thing for children. But if it applies, definitely provide that information. So this is also done. Perfect. Now we are going for these PDF forms. So for the PDF forms, how it will work? Like you need to download them. Links have been given, as you can see, and then fill them up. So what are the mandatory forms we see under Antarctic Immigration Program 55010157? Okay. And there's a checklist also. So let's start with checklist first so that we can actually find out that along with these forms, what additional forms we need, or along with these documents, what additional documents we submit. One of the additional document, letter of explanation, I strongly recommend because that's an absolute opportunity to provide anything that you want to do, anything that you want to write. Okay, definitely. Let's see. So let's start with the checklist. Perfect. You will need to upload this form with PDF documents to your application. You do not need to sign any PDF forms except for offer of employment, okay? And the use of representative form, if applicable, some forms, okay? All right, coming. Generic application form, okay? Schedule background declaration, Okay. Do not use abbreviation. Do not use general like employee working manager. Okay, so for background declaration, you need to provide detailed personal history. Last 10 years since the age. Okay. Okay. Do not. Okay, fine. Same thing. Do not use abbreviation. Do not. Ta, 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 ta. Do not use general word employee working manager specify activities such as retail salesperson, architect, financial manager. Okay. Not okay. It will cause delay in process. Okay, fine. Offer of employment to foreign national 0157. It was there in the checklist. Economic class 5501. So you can always match it to 5501 already here. Fine. Supplementary travel as part of online application, PDF form is not accepted. Yes. So this is already there. Additional family information. Okay. Use of representative. We don't need if you have a paid or unpaid representative. So let's say we don't need, we don't have a representative. Document. Travel document, passport, yes. Confirmation of provincial endorsement. Atlantic province that has endorsed you. Okay. Proof of language proficiency. Okay. Proof of education. Okay. Now this depends on job offer and level also. So I'm just selecting yes. So you need to do this. And if you have not did you if your education qualification was not issued in was not done in Canada, you need to get ECA, Educational Credential Assessment. Okay. Proof of living in an Atlantic province for recent international graduate. So in our sample case, John is not an international graduate, so this section does not apply to him. Proof of previous random work experience, letter of employment, pay stub, etc. Work requirement. Proof of funds. Submit that you have sufficient funds that are transferable and available for the Canada. The funds must be your own or should not be borrowed from. Okay. You're not required if you're already working in Canada on work permit. So in our case, John is not currently working in Canada, and that's why he needs this. Now, proof of funds. Now, see, if you see additional documents here, proof of education. Do we have proof of funds? If I remember, we do. Let me see. Yes. So that we can do here. And they have specified what are the things you need. If you're applying from inside Canada, no, it's not applying. Proof of status of recent international graduate, no. You must provide following documents to your spouse, birth certificate, name and date of birth changes, okay. Marriage certificate if applicable, okay. National ID registry book if applicable. All right, so I just select this yes because birth certificate anyway it will come for him. Mhm. Children information if applicable, this is not available. Police certificate and clearance. You and any family member 18 years of older need to get police certificate from each country. Okay, so you can. I'm selecting yes. Photo requirements. Details are there that they can go. Free fee payment. Okay. Complete the online through the portal as indicated once file. Please sign up to electronic submitted as stated by the portal. Fine, you can save it and upload the checklist. And now we have populated based on our case, we have found additional document, no additional form we had identified. Fine. So checklist you will complete and upload here. Now other two we'll go through. So first is IMM 5501 Atlantic Equation Program Declaration Form. Let's go through this. Economic class. Principal applicant needs to complete name, uh, government, uh, whichever given name. Wow, two times they have asked. Date of birth, funds that you'll bring, signature. Can I type name here? Wow. Now, if I remember the checklist, so this is 5501. Let's go. So accept 0157, you do not sign any PDF forms. So this is 5501. So you can just write your name. Okay. Date. Okay. And I'm just filling it up. Smith. Let's say he has been uh, endorsed by Scotia. Given name John. I don't know why they asked it again. Uh, which national occupation qualification NOC? So whatever is your NOC, you need to enter that. Okay, which national occupation qualification, skill level or NOC 21 is your job level. So you need to enter that. I don't know the one that I entered, so that's so. But for sample, I'm just putting uh, NOC, which national qualification NOC. Yeah, so NOC code. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know for whatever, like whatever it is you do, I'm just leaving this field because you need to enter as per your case. Your date of birth format is given. Definitely you provide that information. Don't leave this field. Once you have in Canadian dollars, I'm just putting a sample. Declaration and date. Beautiful. I'll just put. Okay. You can then save it and upload in a checklist. Let's go. Okay. So we completed these two. Now the one offer of employment. This needs to be submitted by both, as filled by both, by the business and where you have been offered an employment, and by the employer and future employee also. They have to provide their business information or name, legal name, telephone number, other contact details, NAICS code, date of business establishment, primary contact information, details of job continued, wage in Canadian dollars and number of work hours, benefits. Of course, like as I said, I won't go into the criteria, but yes, this needs to be, you must read and sign. So that will be done by both of that. So I won't go into my status. This will be taken care by your employer, and you, of course, you need to agree to the mandatory conditions too. So there's nothing I need to walk through. So going back to the checklist, we completed this. This will fill up proof of funds, we know, payment that you got to do, and then declaration. So once you upload this and once all the fields are enabled, all the mandatory fields are done, you can submit your application. Now let's go for the payment. How you're going to make the payment? Okay, you can calculate here. Answer questions to get fee. Okay, you're gonna apply for permanent Leave or get permission in documents. I click on continue. Where you are applying. So I select this. My sponsor community. I'm coming alone. As per your case, write a permission fee. I always recommend do it right away. Do you need to pay for biometrics first time? So select yes. So the fee has been given. So that's why like you can go log in and pay. And if you have not created an account, you're gonna create an account and upload. Do this. Okay. Declaration. Digital sign. How you do? Then to be contacted by IRCC. Put your full name to digitally electronically sign your application. And then you can sign. And then once everything is done, this will be enabled and that you can submit. So that's how it works, guys. I hope you're going to like my video. Make sure you provide me your feedback. Thanks for watching this.